love being able to get to drive around, see everybody's decorations for the holidays. Just as long as they're not decorating for a holiday that has not come up yet. If I see someone's Christmas decorations out now, there's gonna be arson. And leaves are everywhere. And, as leaves are wont to do, it's messing up my mowing. Like this place, for example. This is, it's an account I'm hesitant to say I dislike. I don't like it. I don't hate it. Because it's an easy $60 every week. But it's one of those accounts where they let their kids leave their toys and bikes everywhere. It has a trampoline, which I abhor trampolines. For really no reason at all. But there's not a whole lot of trimming. It's pretty wide open. It's a good like 80% mowing. But with all the leaves, I can't even tell if I need to mow it right now. It's gone from a weekly to an as needed. I still show up every week, but I don't mow it every week. In today's case, I'm not sure if I'm gonna mow it, but I have to get these leaves out of here. Now, I could use my backpack blower here and blow all the leaves out of the yard, but that's going to take way too long. This is the second yard of my day. I have 8 more places to get to. I need to get this done fast and get on the road. This is where we bring out the big guns, the billy goat. If you don't know what a billy goat is, it's similar to your backpack blower, except you push it, you're walking behind it, and it'll blow the pants off you if you're not wearing a belt. If you do know what a billy goat is and you don't have one, get one. This will make your fall cleanups so much faster. Alright, so I sped this footage up so it's not going to take forever. But you can see all I'm doing here is I'm walking up and down the yard, just blowing the leaves out. Starting near the middle and kind of opening it up, almost like a curtain. Just blowing the leaves out of there. I'm not worried about getting all of the leaves, just the large bulk of it. Because this isn't a cleanup. Oh, just hit the camera with it. Like I was saying, this isn't a full cleanup. I'm just kind of prettying up the yard, making sure it looks good. So I'm not going to worry about blowing beds out and whatnot. I'm just pushing all the leaves. I'm going to get them out and blow them all out to the wood line, and blow them into the wood line, really. So here's a decent shot here of the billy goat just blowing the leaves, and it works beautifully to get large clumps, large bulk of it, and it just powers houses right through the wall. Missed a few there, but like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'll hit them with the mower. Now, a key here is you don't want to leave the leaves at the wood line looking like this here, because what's going to happen is the wind will come in on a heavy fall day and it will blow it all right back into the yard. So what you want to do is come through, whether you are using a billy goat such as this here or a backpack blower, and just blow it deep into the wood line, at least a couple feet in. 4 or 5 feet in is really good, and it gets it in there deep enough and entangled into the underbrush, all the growth, so it won't blow back into the yard. Okay, I've got it all blown off. A little out of breath because I was just running through the yard with that thing. The entire time I was thinking, I don't need to mow it, but I'm gonna go ahead and mow it just to get it done. I'll give you a look at what the yard looks like now here. As you can see, I didn't get every single leaf, just the bulk of it all, because this isn't a full cleanup. This is just lawn maintenance, you know, keeping it looking decent. So I'm gonna go ahead and mow it, and then I'll be out of here. Now I know a lot of people will, for the sake of speed, just clear off the yard during the fall time and mow through it without giving a second thought to their lines. But I like to keep focusing on them, keep making sure they look good, that they're as straight as possible, because the further along in the fall you get, the colder the days become, and you don't quite know if this will be the last time you're there for the season. And the lines you leave in the grass at the last cut will be the lines, the stripes that the homeowner will be staring at until the snow covers the ground for the winter, and then in the spring when the snow thaws, those lines will still be there until the grass becomes active again and it starts growing more. So, still putting along here, still mulching some leaves into the grass, not too much back here in the backyard. Still making sure my stripes are straight, they're not wobbling all over the place or curved. Disappear. Oh, there we go. There I am. Got scared for a second, thought I left myself. But this is pretty standard. Let's check out a different place, a different property where I can actually put a little more effort into it and show you some better striping. Alright, so I'm gonna start weed whacking here using the same efficient technique that I went over in my previous video. I'm gonna be tracing a line, walking backward really, tracing a line around the whole property without backtracking or crossing my steps over once again. I was going down here, making sure I got everything around the wood line, and because that part of the yard right there is kind of steep and there's some rocks, so I can't get too close there. And now I'm working my way back up here, edging it, as you can see. This driveway edges really, really nice, but whenever they laid it down, they didn't get a nice straight edge. So it's a little wobbly, but you know, there I go. I always making sure I stop to let cars pass by. Give them a wave too. The homeowners love it when you wave at them and they acknowledge them. Going along here, edging along the walkway, making sure I don't tear up their pumpkins there at the end there. Going around, weed whacking in the corners here, making sure I don't have to do any tight turnarounds with the mower. Moving their garden hose, making sure I get all that corner. Edging along their patio here, a wrought iron pole sticking up there, and got to move their bench out of the way to continue edging. And coming around all of their rock beds more, coming up to this patio walkway rather, and edging this again. This is nice and straight, so it edges up really nice, and there's the other side of it there. And getting close to their fence here. Luckily, there's really nothing on the other side of it to string trim. Just ate a frog right there. Man, that's these damp woodsy areas, man. I gotta tell you, it's almost like playing Frogger from the perspective of the obstacles. The string trimming her hair around their kid's little playhouse, and they got a berm over here with an awful lot of beds. If anybody's ever with me, I just have them push mow that whole area, but I'm being lazy and I can't be arsed to go back to the truck to get the push mower. So I'm just gonna string trim it all while I'm here and continue on through. Then over here, toward the left of the screen, you can't really see it too well, but it's in a drop-off, an edge of the yard. There's like a natural rock wall there, so I can't get too close with the mower because it dips off, so I just string trim all of that, bring that all around, and probably string trim about 2 feet in width. That way I don't have to get too close to it. And this yard is it's really nice. It slopes right here where I am right there, but it doesn't drain too well, so I get that whole area. As you can see, I'm making wide passes here with the string trimmer. Otherwise, the mower tears it up. So what I'm doing here is, instead of bagging this little thin strip of grass here, I'm just gonna make a pass in all the same direction and just blow all the leaves to the woods. It doesn't make a mess. It doesn't matter too much in that area there. So it'll look good when I'm done. I'm just being lazy is all that is. And I'm making a sweep back this way, so there's a stripe in the yard area, so it at least looks really good. You know, it's nice to see this yard in the summer because it's always really plush and super green, and it's just like it's like a carpet. You just want to lay down in it when you're done cutting it. It always looks beautiful, and actually this is striping up really nice on using this camera. It looks pretty good. Here's a decent angle and a good view of the yard too, and you can really see the stripes coming out well. And this is a place where I really try extra hard because you can still see my lines from last week and barely make out the lines from the week before. So this grass has a really good memory, so I always try to do really well. This particular client pays close attention to the stripes, and I've not really had that too much before, but this gentleman notices it. Now, when I'm blowing off the driveway, as you can see here, what I normally do is I blow off half of it as I walk down the driveway, and then I'll get the other half as I walk back up. This allows me to make sure that I'm really blowing out all of the grass clippings from the edge of the driveway that I had edged out with the trimmer. That way it doesn't build up, and I'll actually get more into that in a moment. Alright, so I was mowing this area here. I shut the camera off because I didn't think I was going to get any footage. Stupid me. I was coming right down here along this this drop off. It's a little drainage area down there, and the deck of my mower caught on this. I don't know if you guys anywhere else outside of New England have these for your properties, but when areas are developed and cleared out, the land surveyors will put these granite, little granite posts. You can see it's about 4 by 4, maybe it's a 5 by 5. They'll put these little granite posts in the ground and use them as, to mark the boundaries, the lots. Well, my deck caught on that. I don't know how. I've driven over this countless times and never had a problem, but my deck caught on it and stopped everything, and I went flying over the handlebars, caught the whole console and the stomach, and then fell off the mower. Luckily all the safety worked, so that didn't go anywhere, that shut off. But I fell down in there. It's a good thing that's all overgrown, and that was actually kind of padded, so that, you know, caught me when I fell. But oh man, now I'm in pain. So now I've got my my ground paint here, and I'm just gonna mark this out, so now my stupid arse won't miss it the next time I'm here. Because holy crap, that hurt. And oh, actually there's another one right here. There. So hopefully I won't be killing myself anymore. For those who don't know, the reason why I was blowing all of those grass clippings beyond the edge of the driveway is because if you leave it there, it starts to build up. And along the edge of the driveway or the walkway, wherever it is, you're going to start to get a buildup of dead grass. And if you look here, you can kind of start to see it there. I usually keep up on this. This is just kind of me being lazy. But that's just 1 or 2 weeks. If you let it go and let it go, you'll get a huge buildup that will ruin your edge, and it'll start to kill off the grass underneath it. So by the time, when the time comes that you actually do clear it out, you just have nothing but a whole dead strip of grass all the way down the driveway. So getting rid of it is easy enough. Just take your blower, handheld blower, backpack blower, and just go up or down it along the strip, just blowing it all out, just really working it, because sometimes the dead grass can just really get intertwined into the new growth and just really get stuck in there. So just give it a little working. It's not too hard, but you'll know when you got it all out of there. Now, you always want to do that before you mow. That way when you come through, you'll pick it up with your bagger or mulch it up, whatever you do. If you do it afterwards, you're gonna leave all that crap, especially if it's built up really bad. You'll see large chunks of it laying on top of the grass, on top of your final product, and it just doesn't look good. Now, once you've got all of that dead grass blown out of the edge there, you can go ahead at this point and edge the grass like you normally would before you would mow. That way you can lay down that nice looking edge for it. And of course, once you're done mowing, go ahead and blow it all off, and make sure you blow any excess grass clippings out of that new edge that you've just freed up, so it looks nice and crisp. And I really like getting in on cul-de-sacs too, because as long as you're doing a good job, you're going to get the next door neighbor, and then another one, potentially the entire cul-de-sac. And once you have the majority of the houses on that cul-de-sac, unwritten rule, you get to do the common area. And then you get to do stuff like this.